Jedi Code warns that attachment is dangerous. It teaches that emotional bonds, especially when rooted in fear or selfish desire, can lead to greed, possessiveness, and ultimately suffering. Yoda's famous words, "Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose," perfectly capture this idea. For the Jedi, attachment isn't just a weakness, it's a path that risks leading to the dark side. But here's where the Jedi Code falters. It confuses attachment with love. You see, attachment is born from fear, the fear of losing what we hold dear. It's about control, about trying to possess someone or something. The Jedi's solution is detachment, a kind of emotional shield. But detachment doesn't have to mean rejecting love. Instead, it means releasing fear, letting go of the need to control, and accepting that everything in life is temporary. Love, when it's pure, is the opposite of attachment. True love isn't about ownership or holding on out of fear. It's selfless. It's about understanding, empathy, and compassion. It's a love that flows freely because it doesn't cling. It simply exists in the present moment, offering care without conditions. If the Jedi truly understood this, the code could evolve. They wouldn't need to shun emotional connections. Instead, they could embrace a love without attachment. A love that doesn't distort into possessiveness, but transforms into a source of healing and peace. After all, it's not love that leads to the dark side. It's the fear of losing it. Anakin Skywalker's story is perhaps the clearest illustration of the dangers of attachment. But here's the nuance. It wasn't attachment itself that caused his fall. It was his fear of losing Padme and the possessiveness that came with it. The Jedi teachings, in their focus on detachment, missed something crucial. They failed to address the deeper emotional insecurity that attachment can create. Instead of teaching how to face and overcome that fear, they simply forbade attachment altogether, leaving someone like Anakin vulnerable. In Attack of the Clones, Anakin says, "Attachment is forbidden. Possession is forbidden. Compassion, which I would define as unconditional love, is central to a Jedi's life." So you might say that we are encouraged to love. This line reveals a glaring contradiction in the Jedi Code. On the one hand, love is considered central to a Jedi's life. Yet attachment, which the Jedi equate with possessiveness and fear, is strictly forbidden. The problem is, the Jedi fail to separate the two. They confuse attachment with love. Anakin's attachment to Padme is not selfless love. It's fear, fear of loss, fear of life without her. That fear twists his love into something possessive and destructive. His inability to let go, to release that fear, leads him down a path of desperation. The line, "I can't live without her," says it all. It's not love speaking there, it's fear. And that fear transforms his love into control. He isn't just trying to save Padme, he's trying to possess her. He's willing to destroy anything and anyone who stands in the way. The younglings, the Jedi Order, even the Republic itself, they all become collateral damage in his obsession to keep her alive. Now contrast this with Luke Skywalker. Luke's love for his father, Darth Vader, couldn't be more different. It's unconditional. It's free from fear. Luke's love isn't about control or possession. It's about sacrifice. He doesn't cling to his father or try to force him to change. Instead, he believes in him. He offers himself, willing to lay down his life to redeem Vader and bring him back to the light. This contrast between Anakin and Luke reveals the heart of the matter. Love and attachment are not the same. Love sacrifices for others. Attachment sacrifices others to satisfy itself. Anakin, consumed by fear and attachment, destroys what he loves most, Luke, guided by selfless love, heals and redeems. Love isn't a weakness. It's one of the most powerful forces for peace and healing. Jolie Bindo, a wise and unconventional Jedi from Knights of the Old Republic, captures this distinction perfectly.
Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you.
What Jolie is pointing out here is crucial. Passion, driven by attachment, can be dangerous. It can lead to fear, anger, and ultimately destruction. But love? Love is different. Love, when guided by wisdom and rooted in empathy, leads to healing, redemption, and connection. At the heart of the Jedi Code lies a profound truth, an acceptance of life's impermanence. This is beautifully captured in the phrase, "There is no death, there is the Force." It reflects the Jedi's understanding that life and death are not opposites, but interconnected aspects of the same cosmic flow. For the Jedi, death is not an end, it's a transformation, a return to the energy that binds all things together. As Yoda so wisely says, death is a natural part of life. Rejoice for those around you who transform into the Force. Mourn them, do not. Miss them, do not. Attachment leads to jealousy, the shadow of greed, that is. Jedi detachment, then, isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming cold and indifferent. It's about releasing fear and possessiveness, the need to control, to own, to cling. By letting go of this need, the Jedi align themselves with the natural flow of life and death. They live fully in the present moment, free from the fear of loss, free from the illusion of control. In the end, true mastery is not in holding on to power, relationships, or attachments, but in having the courage to let go. By trusting in the natural flow of life and loving freely without expectation, we find balance, not just within ourselves, but with the universe. This is the ultimate lesson of the Jedi Code: to love with compassion and accept that nothing is permanent. Through this acceptance, we achieve true peace and become guardians of harmony.